This is Gary Atensa with CNTV, and today we're in Lakewood, Colorado. I'm here at DNA Heating and Air. For over 2 decades, they have offered professional HVAC maintenance services and more for homeowners in Lakewood and the surrounding areas. I'm joined by Dan Cagle, who is the owner. Thanks for joining us here today, Dan. I'm going to start off a little bit about yourself. I mean, you began here in 2020 in Colorado serving the folks here. It's a busy year for you, but really you have experience going all the way back to the 80s when it comes to this type of industry. Share with me a little bit how you got started in serving folks.
Yeah, I actually started in 1982, and that was with my dad. We actually got into the pretty deep into the RV industry, and that's when I started. Went to schools and things and got into the heating, air conditioning, refrigeration business.
Interesting. I mean, we live in the beautiful state of Colorado where weather, I mean, it can be unpredictable. There are days where we use our heat in the morning and our AC that same afternoon. Is that something you and your family as Coloradans have experienced and are pretty comfortable with?
Yeah, we experienced that quite a bit. It's a big drastic change at times. I mean, 30, 40 degrees in one day is not uncommon. So, yeah, having good heating and air conditioning that works together is very important.
As Coloradans, we rely heavily on our HVAC systems to keep us comfortable really year-round. Our systems are a necessity, yet at the same time, most of us probably take it for granted until they break down on us. Does your team understand the urgency when a customer reaches out?
Absolutely. Matter of fact, that's why on our vehicles we have all all-wheel drive vehicles, so that during a storm that we're available 24/7. So when the storm hits, it's not uncommon for us to be working 24 hours a day, being called out at 2 in the morning or 3 in the morning during the middle of a storm.
Definitely so. I mean, when a customer's in somewhat of a panic, they want it fixed yesterday. I mean, that is not always possible. How important is communication and explaining all the options that they may have to be taken care of?
I'll tell you what, that's probably one of the most important things. You'd be surprised how many people don't really understand what's going on. So by taking that little extra time, educating the client, giving them options that they understand what the options are and how the equipment will work is that's one of the top things for us.
Interesting. Let's talk about some of those options. I mean, first of all, not every down system requires a replacement. Is repair a possibility many of the times? And is your team qualified to repair most of the major brands out there?
Absolutely. Repair is probably most of the time is the option, the way to go. It can be as little as maybe just a pressure switch that's gone bad, or maybe just hot surface igniters failed. Very, very inexpensive repairs. So most of the time, yeah, that's what we want to do is repair, get it back going, and take care of the customer. We offer maintenance plans so that the customer can feel very at ease knowing that every year, a couple of times, we're going to come by and go through everything on their system, check every component and make sure it's ready for the winter months or ready for the hot summer months.
Interesting. You have certified Trane technicians. Why is Trane a brand that you can confidently recommend?
Well, Trane's been around over 100 years, and by most people, they are considered the best equipment that you can get. Most military bases, they will only use Trane equipment, and that's why we offer it. We could sell anything we want to. We're licensed, we're trained, we're NAEP certified, so we want to be able to offer the best so that our customers don't have to settle for anything else.
That is excellent. If a system is beyond repair, or maybe you have a client out there that wants to upgrade their old system, does your team also provide installs, and is that in existing homes as well as new construction?
We mostly concentrate on existing.
Okay.
So we do residential and we do light commercial with a lot of different options. Trane's been around, like I was saying before, over 100 years, so they offer anything from a simple, inexpensive single-stage system to a very complex, communicating, modulating variable speed system.
Although you're able to provide really emergency repair service for folks out there in a panic, be it middle of the night, but really is the best solution still some preventive maintenance. I mean, can you save people some money and some unneeded frustration by them just setting up some maintenance?
Absolutely. Matter of fact, the biggest reason that systems fail is because of lack of maintenance. System's worst enemy is dust and dirt. So if it's not maintained and cleaned and filters changed on a regular basis, then yeah, you could take a system that could last 20-something years and actually decrease the lifespan by half.
I didn't know that. I better go check my furnace. It's kind of dirty. How do your maintenance programs work? I mean, is this something you can set up in the calendar? We don't have to think about, and it's something you can come out and check on.
Yes, we put it into our system.
Okay.
And so then twice a year, usually in the spring, we come out. We get everything ready for the summer. Most people have split systems so that their furnace, even though it's not working on heat, is still working to cool the house.
Interesting.
So the air handler part of the furnace is actually still moving the air to cool the entire house. So it's working 12 months out of the year, especially here in the Denver area. So yeah, the regular maintenance and setting that up is very important.
Interesting. Regardless if you're having an AC system or a heating system that is down, why is major system repair on a piece of equipment like this really not a do-it-yourself project? Why should consumers out there continue to go to professionals and not try to do that themselves?
That's a really good question. Reason is because it could be deadly. We're dealing with carbon monoxide gases, which is the silent killer. You can't smell it, you can't detect it unless you have detectors. So if it's not installed correctly, it's not maintained correctly, then even the flue pipe could get moisture in it, rust out, and poison or kill a family, not knowingly. We're also dealing with refrigeration, which can be very harmful to the atmosphere. So yes, that's the reason that we're certified. That's the reason we have our EPAs by the federal government. That's the reason we maintain our schooling and our licensing. And being a Trane dealer, that's one of the things when you're with a major company is this dealer is trained, because they have to be able to install that equipment according to the manufacturer's specifications.
Safety is job number one. Obviously, there's a reason behind that licensing. Even though we're just thinking of keeping us warm and comfortable, it's really about keeping our families safe. With winter just around the corner here, I mean, no one wants to get caught in the cold, especially with little ones in the house. This industry, like you said before, doesn't run on banker's hours. You guys have to be available 24/7. How does that start with the customer? Is it best for them to call you in, or do they go to your website?
Either way, whatever's convenient for them. Some people, they're not comfortable with the phone.
Okay.
They can go to the website. They can text us directly. They can actually go on our website and book an appointment on our calendar, or they can call in. They can call in, and if they're not getting the answers that they're happy with the operator, they can ask to be ported right over to myself or one of the technicians.
As we said before, I mean, Dan, safety is job number one with you. You're keeping folks comfortable, but you're also keeping them healthy. How does that concern us when we're talking about we spend a good deal of our time in our home?
Well, I'll tell you what, that's a good question, because especially starting here during COVID, that was a real concern of a lot of our customers. And being a Trane dealer, which is one of the reasons we chose Trane, is because of their indoor quality products that they offer. Trane has a Clean Air Effects, which has the best purification of a whole house HVAC system than anybody else. They own the patents and the rights to it. It can actually filter down 700 times smaller than a human hair.
Interesting.
So when we have the fires, or we have the flus, or we have colds going around, we can actually purify the house to where if you're within 3 feet of somebody, and I had COVID, we didn't have our shots, I could sneeze and the air in your house would kill that virus before it got to you.
That is interesting. So we're basically, are they the actually filtration system they put in the furnaces? Is that
It's actually a standalone component. So just like you would have your furnace and just like you have the evaporator coil on top of it for the air conditioning, when it comes to the filter, most people will just put a standard filter in there that's really just designed to catch the fuzz bunnies and the dog hair and just the dust.
Yeah.
Just to protect really the equipment. Well, when it comes to indoor air quality, we want to protect ourselves, right? We want to make sure, what we're breathing in the house is pure. And it's a known fact that inside the house, it's usually the air quality in the house is 50% more polluted than outside on any given day. So most of our colds, our flus are all generated because of the air quality in the house. We can protect the air quality in the house. We can make the family more healthy.
2020, you began the company here with your family. You guys were busy that first year. You continue to grow. Obviously, the public is happy with what you're providing. As you read those great reviews out there given by past customers, when you've really been able to help them in their moment or need, keeping their family safe, keeping them comfortable, does this continue to be rewarding work for you?
Well, that's the best part of it. We take a lot of pride in everything we do. Actually, we feel like every system that we touch or every system that we install, our name's on that. And we take a lot of pride in knowing that not only is it the best job that the customer could have gotten, but also it's going to do the right job. It's going to last them a long time. We want to be a 5-star company. We want them to be happy. We want them to refer us at the drop of a hat. They automatically want to say, hey, DNA Heating and Air, those are the guys that are going to take care of you.
That's what got our attention out there. We read many of the reviews on you folks, and obviously people love that small business approach, knowing they're going to be taken care of. Viewers, let's take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. What you're going to see is their website. On the website, first of all, you can learn more about the services they provide, be it heating or AC units, from repairs to complete installs. I mean, as you're getting ready to shelter in place now for the winter time, and maybe you're concerned about air quality in your home, you can also give them a call. They can educate you on being able to humidify your house, as well as keeping that quality of air safe as well. That is DNA Heating and Air. For over 2 decades, they have been serving the public. Your comfort is part of our DNA. This is Gary Atencia with CNTV, and if you don't know, now you know.